Oh man, it's so refreshing to go back to the past. Welcome to my review of the Mighty Thor number 193 from, let's see, I believe it's from 1971. It's my birth year. Oh my god, I had so much fun with this comic. Let's dive in. So we open up that Silver Surfer is greeted by Balder and Carnilla. And before we go into this comic, this is made by Jerry Conway and Joel Salbusima. I believe Salbusima was his birthday yesterday or the day before. I'm not entirely sure. So I thought to myself, let's dig up in a very old comic that is not in the most perfectly state, but who cares? I got the comic, and that's what counts. And with all the yellow coloring, it doesn't matter. It seems that Balder wants to ask to Silver Surfer to help Thor because it seems that Loki has the Odin ring, and he created with the Odin ring a unstoppable monster to kill Thor on Earth. And Canella is, Balder says, I want to give my life to help Thor, and Canella gets mad at him for saying that, and he says that his life belongs to the Norn Queen, and he just accidentally, fatally wounds him. Silver Surfer helps Balder, and he basically threatens Canilla, and Canilla was in shock because he, didn't know that he is, basically killed the man she loves, and she realizes his mistake. So going back, Silver Surfer goes to Earth, and we see here Thor battling this monster called what's his name again? Sorry, let me double check real fast. Nope, that's not it. That's not it too. That's not it. Oh yeah, Durok the Demolisher. I love it when a lot of villains, no-name villains that we don't probably see anymore, that has those double names like Karnak the Destroyer, Durok the Demolisher, something like that. I don't know, just making stuff up. And to be honest, props to Sal and John Buscema. I always loved their art. He is one of my favorite artists ever, because when it comes to art, they always have some crazy visual style. When it comes to power and impact and facial expressions. So we see here again, Thor is battling Thor, and Thor is battling Thor. What I'm saying. So the Demolisher is battling Thor, but Thor is getting bested. Silver Surfer comes in. He's getting blown to, well, not blown to bits, but he gets punched in the face really hard. And basically, this monster does not speak. It can be hurt somehow, and they have a real trouble to overpower him. So they're battling each other, and it seems that Silver Surfer uses his board to distract the Demolisher, and it seems that Thor is dead because of it. And then we go back to this beautiful panel, and we see Loki. And do you remember Loki? Do you remember when Loki was just an evil, conniving villain that with a really cool look, instead of an emo, funny guy now who is basically doing pranks instead of evil stuff like this? I mean, basically Loki is now a quote unquote good guy or whatever. It makes me sick to my stomach. And this looks fantastic. So he has Sif on his side, and it's like I said, great storytelling. And it seems that Balder and Canilla are gone. He finally realized that. Look at this! Look at this smug face. And then he summons them basically, and he punishes Balder for his betrayal, for seeking help to rescue or help Thor, and then he transforms it into a ghoulish monster, and in his vein he also raises a, I don't know, golden statue of himself outside the door. Looks great, and again with the visuals Look at how smug he is. I mean, this is pure visual storytelling. Sal and John Buscema are so good with this. They are masters of their craft, and I cannot praise them enough. I mean, you see again the facial expression. We see the concern of Sif. We see the anger and loathing of Carnilla. We see the surprise of Balder when he gets restored again by the will of the ring. It's so good, so good. So then Thor is resurrected is it resurrected? Yeah, he's resurrected because he's dead. And Silver Surfer uses his cosmic power to revive him. And so they're still battling the Demolisher. And Thor says that, it reveals that Silver said, Thor, you need to go to Asgard. There, Loki is conniving. You need to go there and bring an end to this all. So Thor goes away to Asgard, and he's greeted by Heimdall. And I love Heimdall. And why? Because although these two are friends, and he still has his oath to whoever is in charge, to the king, to the ruler. So they're battling each other, and of course, Thor wins, and he throws him overboard from the Rainbow Bridge. And I always thought to myself, what is below the Rainbow Bridge? Is this just a city in space? Is this maybe another dimension? So Thor realizes his mistake, that he's gone too far, and that he is, basically killing his friend. And he wants to do good, and he wants to be a bad guy. Otherwise, he would be as evil as Loki. So he rescues him, brings him back to the Rainbow Bridge, and then suddenly he is greeted by storm giants again. Beautiful splash page, a lot of visual elements here. Looks great. Looks raw. I love it. I love it. So we go back a little bit by Silver Surfer and Thor again. So basically, Thor, Silver Surfer picks him up, and he wants to leave the planet because he thinks, well, if I'm pushing off the planet, then Earth will be safe. But the Demolisher has another plan. He attacks Surfer and also Earth beings, or the citizens of the city, and then something cool happens. Again, great visuals. You remember again these panels? When people just has a first person perspective, and then uses their magic powers to throw those energy beams at enemies or villains. Looks so good. They don't do that anymore. It looks great. And then he tries to break the surfboard, and ads. Lol. Look at that! Look at that! The strain in his face, and he breaks it. And then also another visual you don't see anymore. Silver Surfer uses his eye beams for different purposes. In this case, he restores his board, and the Demolisher is, again, look at the speed that he uses. Picks him up and goes into space. But then something real weird happens. I don't want it to reveal anything, but Silver Surfer does the Superman thing. And with the Superman thing, I mean, if you watch Superman 1, the movie, Superman goes back in time to restore things, how it used to be. And Silver Surfer does the same, but instead of, going to the past, he goes to the future and leaves the Demolisher there. And to the future, I mean, when Earth is at his end, and Earth dies. So it's absolutely great. Thor beats the trolls, and then he steps into the chamber of Sif, and we see Sif here in a beautiful, how do you say, wedding dress? Yeah. Again, I love how Sal and John render women. They all look beautiful. I mean, I can look at this page and I see so many details at the dress, at the hair, and the background, the facial expressions again. And then Loki comes in, and Thor swears, listen, I'm going to kick your ass. Well, not in my words. And then Loki uses the Odin ring to, how do you say? Can I show it? Let me see. Well, that's the ending. I want not to show the ending. But let's say, again, sorrow, relief, great storytelling. Absolutely. He uses his ring to how do you say, disappear or break down the hammer. I believe he uses to teleport it away. And then the trolls are attacking Thor, but without his hammer, he transforms himself back into Don Blake, you know, his human form. And that's basically the end of the book. So I don't have the sequel, unfortunately. So I really want to know what's how it ended. But yeah, it's great. Also, let me show you something. Look at that. You know who that is? Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, in his youth. That's so funny. It's so cool. And I also love it when Asgardians still talk like they in a, I don't know, a medieval play, talking like they come from a poem or something. Also, they don't do that anymore. Thor talks like a normal human being, and not like like this. My soul doth cry with bitterness, bitterness most foul. You know, they all talk like Nietzsche. Is that how you say it? I'm just making stuff up. I believe Nietzsche's. I don't know. I knew who Nietzsche was, but I spontaneously forget because I'm so excited what all the visual representation and all the fantastic elements that it's in here. And also he says, "Dost thou see, my lady? The hand of Loki can be most gentle. Eternity with him shall be most sweet." Love it. It's great. It's great. Unfortunately, if you want to have a copy of these, you have to pay a lot of money for one copy. So I believe there is some trade paperbacks that you can find all these stories in it. So I highly recommend it. Go to Back to the Past, or Comics from the Past. Pick this up and read the whole story. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to order a trade paperback because I want to know how it all ends. Yeah, Thor, the Mighty Thor from 1971 by Saul and John Buscema. Great stuff. Yeah, this is the end. Thank you for watching. Share my video, like my video. See you next time. Subscribe to my channel.